And a very good evening to you all, wherever you may be watching from, and welcome to some or not basketball yet, some girls volleyball action here for you all on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. My name is Zach Roseman. Glad that you're here with us today on a maybe a little bit of a chilly Tuesday afternoon here in the middle of October. It's starting to definitely feel like fall. Temperatures in the high 50s, I believe, today. It was a little chilly. I broke out my windbreaker for the first time this year, so nice to have that if you're a fan of the cold weather, which I thankfully am. Anyway, we're here for some girls volleyball, like I said, as the Collinsville Kahawks are set to take on the Belleville West Maroons. Collinsville will come in with a record of 14 wins, 13 losses, and 2 draws. They are 3-5 in Southwestern Conference play. Belleville West come in at 15-12, 6-2 in Southwestern Conference play. Collinsville, coached by Katie Cease, and are coming off of a win on last Thursday. That was their last time out in a matchup here against Granite City that I brought to you all. Belleville West, mentioned their 15-12 record. They are like I said, 15-12, and are coming off of a 2-set loss to O'Fallon on the road against the Panthers again last Thursday. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. We'll be back with any more statistical information we can find interesting for you all. And depending on our timing, maybe the starting lineups will be back for you here in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food, like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahawk Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates and to book them for your special event or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically pleasing, 618-401-0052.
We welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Belleville West out there finishing up their warm-ups now. It's a Southwestern Conference duel. Not too many left, just one more conference game, and not too many more than a handful of non-conference games. Maybe a tournament left for teams as they're getting ready for the playoffs here in 2 weeks' time now. I know Belleville West are in one this weekend. Collinsville have completed their tournament slate, but do have a few non-conference games left as well. A little bit of a rundown on how the seasons have gone for both teams. Belleville West opened their season with a 3-set loss to Mascoutah, and then they went over to the MICDS tournament across the river and went 3-2 over there. The losses to North Point High School, which is in Wentzville, and the traditional small school power over there, Festus St. Pius. They then got in conference slate, did pretty well there. Wins over East St. Louis. They beat O'Fallon at home. Had a matchup with Mater Dei that they did lose that I went and watched. So got to get my first look at the Belleville West team, and then some other tournaments, and things have been generally good. They did have a little bit of a rough stretch. They lost 7 matches in a row, actually, from September 26th to October 5th, losing. None of the losses were, all the losses were to pretty solid teams, but just, tough run of schedule, maybe not quite the best performances of the year, but they have turned it around a little bit, picking up a win over East St. Louis, and Belleville West did have a good run in the playoffs last year, so made it all the way to a sectional championship game before losing to Normal West, if I remember correctly. Getting ready there, though, as they prepare with a few more games left as well. We're going to go ahead and pause one more time for the playing of the national anthem and all that. Be back here in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
All right. finished the national anthem, and I will have the introduction of the starting lineups. I did not receive them, so I'm going to be finding them out here with you all as we're ready to go here. All right, crowd on hand tonight. Force for Belleville West, who are out there in the pink uniforms. An outside hitter, junior Jayla Sparks, the leader for the Maroons in kills so far this year. Ani Hamilton, a senior middle blocker. Corinne Leach is an outside hitter. Maddie Gagan is your setter, one of the better setters in the area. Maya Schutzenhofer will be playing on the right side today. Your other middle blocker is a freshman, Leela Stinson. And your libero is another freshman, Mia Leach. Belleville West coached by Miasha Franklin. And now for the introduction of the home team. The Maroons libero, Mia Leach, is in the maroon. Everybody else, as I mentioned, in pink with white numbers, lettering, and trim. And now we'll have the introduction of the starting lineup for the Kahawks.
And now, the Collinsville Kahawks.
Looks like it'll be a pretty standard starting unit.
Outside hitter, sophomore, 11, Avery Johnson.
First outside hitter will be Avery Johnson, the sophomore leader for the Kahawks in most offensive categories. Your lead middle will be Talisha Gilmore.
Number 14,
Lily Johnson will be on the right side today.
outside hitter, freshman, number 28,
Zakai McMorris is getting the start. The freshman will play opposite to Avery Johnson.
18, Carson Moe.
Your other middle opposite Talisha will be Carson Mode, as per usual. Melissa Huckleberry will be at setter. And your libero, as per usual, will be Aubrey Johnson.
Number 10, Aubrey Johnson.
Kahawks, of course, coached by Katie Cease. Quick update on the underclass games. 2 wins for the Maroons. 25-14, 25-13 on the JV front. And freshmen for the Kahawks able to do a little better, but still suffering a setback, losing 25-20, 25-13. See if the varsity Maroons can complete the program sweep. Find it out for you all here together on the Kahawk Broadcast Club Network. All right, crowd on hand. Collinsville Superintendent Brad Skirtich among them. His daughter Olivia will probably get some playing time off of the bench. And we're just about ready to go here. We got soccer action down in O'Fallon. It's where Todd Duke and Chris Gettler and possibly Brett Bourne will be. You can watch that on the Kahawk Sports Network page. But if you're here for volleyball, then you've come to the right place, and I'm happy to provide it for you all. All right, just about ready to go. Let's see what team are getting everything set up as Stinson will rotate out for the libero Mia Leach, and Johnson will rotate out for Mode. So both liberos rotating in for the opposite middles. Collinsville will be serving first, and it is their senior setter Alyssa Huckleberry who will do so here to start things off. Our referees are ready, and we're ready. Serve from Huckleberry. Picked up there by Sparks, and set middle for Hamilton, excuse me, and that will be a kill for the senior middle, and that makes it 1-0 in favor of the Maroons. Back to serve for Belleville West is Jayla Sparks. Her jump serve goes too strong, and that will even things up at 1 apiece. And it will be the freshman Zakiah McMorris who will go back to serve for the Kahawks. She does so, and is unable to get it over the net. Back-to-back service errors make it 2-1. Stinson rotates in for Belleville West, excuse me, as Mia Leach goes back to serve. Addie Muniz in for Collinsville. Serve from Leach, picked up by Aubrey Johnson, set up by Huckleberry for Lily Johnson, and that is deflected, picked up by Sparks. Gagan will set it up for Schutzenhofer, and that is dug nicely by Aubrey Johnson. Pushed over by Huckleberry on the free ball. Sparks will set it up for the Maroons, and they'll run a slide, and that is out of play, I guess. Tack error, and that'll even things up at 2 apiece. Carson Mode rotates back in for Collinsville, and Aubrey Johnson will go back to serve. She does so, gets over. Set up by Gagan for Stinson, and she'll pick up a kill. And that makes it 3-2. And it will be Schutzenhofer who will go back to serve for the Maroons. Serve from Schutzenhofer, picked up by Muniz. Huckleberry will set it up for Avery Johnson, and that is through the block, set up there by Stinson. So Avery Johnson picks up her first kill, and that will even things at 3. Carly Altenberger will rotate in for Collinsville, and she'll go back to serve. Does so, picked up by Leach. Set up by Gagan middle for Stinson. Muniz will pick it up and set up for Olivia Skurdich. And we'll set up there, and that wound up kind of going more into the net for anything. Set up by Altenberger for Johnson. Sparks sets it up for Gagan. And nice block there from Skurdich, but Sparks does a good job hustling back to make a play on it. Leach will just push it over on the free ball, but goes out of play, and that'll be a point for Collinsville. Altenberger will go back to serve once again. She does so, and that gave West some issues, but it's set up there for Schutzenhofer, and the Kahawks will reply with Skurdich, but she gets it there, and that goes off of Muniz. Credit the kill there to, I think that was Gagan. That's who I'm going to credit it to at any rate. And that even things up at 4. Back to serve is Mia. Not Mia Leach. That's 9. That's Corinne Leach. And a big kill there from Sparks. Makes it 5-4 in favor of the Maroons. Corinne Leach back to serve, and yeah, this is a good spot for Belleville West, as they got Sparks in at front left. Serve picked up by Avery Johnson, and they'll set it up for her, but Avery puts it into the net, and that makes it 6-4 in favor of Belleville West. Leach back to serve once again. She does so, picked up by Aubrey Johnson, and not very successful on that regard, so that will make it a 7-4 lead for Belleville West. Leach back to serve once again. It's picked up by Johnson to Altenberger to Avery Johnson. That's blocked down. Nice job by Mode recovering. Avery Johnson will just push it over. Set middle for Stinson. And she'll pick up her second kill, and that makes it 8-4 in favor of Belleville West. Leach back to serve once again, picked up by Aubrey Johnson. Altberger will set it up for, that was Skurdich, and kind of tap back over. Nice dig there from Muniz. And Gagan wins the tie-up with Mode. Picks up her second kill, and that makes it 9-4 in favor of Belleville West. Leach will look to continue her service run. She does so, picked up by Avery Johnson. Altberger will set it up for Avery, and that is blocked out of play by Sparks. So that will end the service run for Collinsville. McMorris will rotate back in for Muniz, and Avery Johnson will go back to serve. Serve from Johnson, set up by Gagan for Sparks, and she gets way up there to put that one down. That makes it 10-5. Going back to serve will be the Stinson, 13? Or is that Schutzenhofer again? I think that was Stinson, but anyway, picked up. Mode will just kind of tap it over, but on the wrong side of the net, so that'll be another point for Collinsville. And that will prompt a timeout from Coach Katie Cease. We'll take one right along with her. Be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Welcome you back. Getting ready to go here still. Well, actually pretty well underway. Back to serve once again. And it's 15, so that's Madeline Fleege. And her serve is picked up by Johnson to Altenberger, but that just didn't quite go right at all. And it'll be another point for Belleville West, making it 12-5 here in our first set. Those of you who are unfamiliar, first to 25, best 2 out of 3 sets here in Illinois. And another serve picked up by Aubrey Johnson, set up by Altenberger for Skurdich, and wasn't the cleanest setup in the world, and so that'll make it 13-5. Another serve picked up by Avery Johnson. Altenberger sets it up for Mode, and she just kind of pushes it over. Sparks will set it up, and then Gagan will set it middle. And that is in. Kill there from Corinne Leach, I think. That makes it 14-5. And back to serve once again is Fleege. She does so. Picked up by Avery Johnson, but takes a weird kick. And that'll make it 15-5. Picked up by Avery Johnson, set up for Aubrey, and Skurdich will just push it over on the free ball. Set up by Gagan for Sparks, and she puts another one down. That's her third kill. Makes it 16-5 here in favor of Belleville West, as Amari Edwards will rotate in for Collinsville. She'll replace Skurdich. Our set there, picked up by Avery Johnson, set up for the just inserted Edwards. And it's set up there by Gagan for Sparks, and that goes off the block of Mode. That's Sparks' fourth kill, and that makes it 17-5. Service run continues here for Fleege. She does so. Picked up by Johnson. Set middle for Berry, and they ran like almost kind of a fake, play there. They kind of fake set it middle for Mode, and they had Johnson hit it out of the back row, so that snaps the streak. Carson Mode will go back to serve for Collinsville, looking to cut into this 11-point deficit that they find themselves facing. First serve there, set up for Gagan, set middle there for Hamilton, and she picks up her second kill. And back to serve for Belleville West will be their setter, Addie Gagan. So, picked up by Avery Johnson. And nice job there by Edwards. They'll set it up for McMorris, but that's a bit too strong, and that'll be another point for Belleville West. Gagan will go track it down in the corner. And that is too strong. Service error will get another point for Collinsville as Huckleberry and Lily Johnson will rotate in for Altenberger and Edwards. Back to the top of the rotation for Collinsville. It'll be Huckleberry who will go to serve. Set up there for Schutzenhofer, and she picks up her first kill of the night, and that makes it 20-7. And it will be back to the top of the rotation for West, as they'll actually rotate Sparks out and have number 10, Charlie Coppernol, will go back to serve, junior defensive specialist. It's picked up by Lily Johnson. Huckleberry will set it up for Lily, and that is initial effort there was good from Mia Leach, but didn't get a clean pickup on it, and that'll be another point for Collins. It'll be 8 serving 20. And Zakiah McMorris will go back to serve for Collinsville. McMorris does so. Picked up by Leach, and Gagan will set it up for Corinne Leach, and she'll pick up her second kill as it got through the block. Muniz will rotate in to serve. It'll be 21 serving 8 as Mia Leach goes back to serve for Belleville West. As so, picked up by Aubrey Johnson. Huckleberry will set it up for Avery Johnson, and that's put down. Avery picks up her third kill of the night. And that'll make it 21-9. Aubrey Johnson back to serve. And Cahox will rotate middle hitters Mode in for Gilmore. And that one is more or less an ace. Oh, I need to give one there to, one there, I think, to Fleege. 21-10, or 10 serving 21. Aubrey Johnson back to serve again. That one's picked up a little more neatly, but still a little bit of a struggle there for West, and they'll just kind of free ball it over. Set middle for Mode, and that is put down for a kill by Carson. And that will prompt Coach Franklin to take a timeout. And we'll go ahead and take a break as well. Be back here in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahok Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634. A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634.
Kill there for Stinson, as that was the fastest timeout I think I've ever seen. Coach Franklin knew what she wanted to say and didn't take a whole lot of time to say it, so apologies for that. Be 22 serving 11. Set up by Huckleberry for Johnson. That one's blocked down, but they're going to say some sort of violation committed there by, oh, I guess it never did cross. I guess they're going to call that an attack error. So, I see. Molly Duncan in to serve for Belleville West. She does so. That's picked up by Muniz. Huckleberry will set it up for Lily Johnson, dug out there by Leach. Gagan will set it up for the other Leach, that's Corinne. And attempted cross-court kill from Lily Johnson, unsuccessful. And that'll be set point for the Maroons, 24 serving 11. And Duncan will look to see another freshman. We'll look to see if she can get it done for the Maroons. Serve dug out by Muniz. And Huckleberry will set it up into the corner, but too strong, a little wide perhaps as well from Johnson. And that will end our first set at 25-11 in favor of Belleville West. We'll go ahead and take a break. Be back here in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
We welcome you back into the press row here at Fletcher Gym, the east end of the gymnasium. Had to get my internal compass right there, but yep, the east end. Point of view that you all are seeing are facing south here at Virgil Fletcher Gym. Coach Cease finishing up her instructions to the Kahawks, looking to rebound after a 25-11 victory for the Maroons in the first set. Big service run from Madeline Fleege really broke that set open after a pretty even start. Jayla Sparks with 4 kills, Leila Stinson with 3 to lead the Maroons. Avery Johnson with 3. For the Kahawks, Lily Johnson and Carson Mote each with 1. Stats are unofficial. 1 ace for each team. Aubrey Johnson with 1 for Collinsville, and Fleege with 1 ace during her long service run. And we're getting ready to go now Belleville West getting everything set up as they'll rotate in their libero, Mia Leach. And she will rotate in, as she did in the first set, for Leela Stinson. Aubrey Johnson will do so as well, taking the place of Carson Mode. And it will be the maroon setter, Addie Gagan, to start things off here in set number 2. She does so. Picked up by Johnson and set up for Lily Johnson. And they'll set it up over on the other side. And a blister of a kill there from... That was... I guess that was Leela. I guess that was Stinson. Another serve from Gagan. Picked up by Avery Johnson, and McMorris actually able to get it over for Collinsville. It's set up for Schutzenhofer, not Stinson. 11, not 13. The numbers on the front of the jerseys for Belleville West are a little hard to pick up. White on pink is okay, but small numbers doesn't matter what the color breakdown is. Set middle there for Avery Johnson as she picks up her 4th kill of the night. Mia Leach unable to get a great strike on it for Collinsville. Zakiah McMorris will go back to serve. She does so. Picked up by Leach, a bit more successfully this time. And Gagan will set it up for Sparks. Nice dig there from Huckleberry. And attempted kill from Johnson is defended well by the middles. And a really nice dig is going to result in a point there for McMorris, as she was in the right place, was able to dig out the big spike from Sparks and found the space in the defense. It'll be 2 serving 2. A little bit of a momentum builder potentially there for Collinsville. McMorris's serve again, set up middle for Stinson. Another big pickup there from McMorris is a bit too strong, goes out of bounds. And that'll be a point for West as Eddie Muniz will rotate in to serve. McMorris will get a nice hand from the bench. And Jayla Sparks back to serve for West. And picked up there by Aubrey Johnson to Huckleberry to Avery. And Belleville West will just kind of push it over. Free ball, Huckleberry will set it up middle for Gilmore, but that's blocked there by Hamilton. First block of the night for either team, actually. And that'll be 4-2 Belleville West. And number 4 for the team in pink. Jayla Sparks will go back to serve once again. She does so, and kind of caught Muniz unaware there. Wasn't quite sure how she wanted to play it, and so it took a weird hop, and it'll be an ace for the junior. That's just a junior outside. Been a pretty impressive player for Belleville West really since her freshman year. Also should be one of their leaders on the basketball court coming up here in well, I guess about a month before we get going on the basketball front. But back to volleyball. Attempted kill there from Johnson, and a big run there from Leach to track it down. Gagan will just push over the free ball, picked up by Johnson to Huckleberry. And another big kill there from Talisha Gilmore. Gets her name on the board in regards to stats. That'll make it 5-3 West, and Aubrey Johnson will go back to serve for Collinsville. And kill there from Corinne Leach. Another dignitary sighting as Joe Muniz is here, which of course makes all the sense in the world. He is the father of Addison Muniz, but also the athletic director. at Belleville West, so a longtime basketball coach as well before taking that AD position. Huckleberry will set it up for Johnson, and that is kind of just a nice diagonal. Great court awareness, just kind of played it down the line of the net, but worked out okay. And that will make it 6-4. And Carly Altenberger will rotate in and will go back to serve for the Kahawks. Altenberger does so, and not the cleanest pickup from Sparks, but I'll just kind of push it over, will the Maroons. And Altenberger will set it up for Johnson, and a big kill there. Huge run from Sparks, and Gagan just about got it over, but Mode was there to make sure that that didn't happen. That'll be Carson's second, and it'll be 6-5. Bit more momentum in favor of Collinsville, it feels like, here at Fletcher Gym, here in the second set, at least to start. Altenberger back to serve again. Right at Sparks, and Gagan will set it up for, I'm not sure who that was, but Kahawks able to respond. And a big kill there, Altenberger with a nice dig. And they'll just kind of push it over for Johnson. Free ball for the Maroons. They'll set middle, and a big kill there from Stinson, number 5 on the night for the freshman. And that makes it 7-5 in favor of Belleville West. And it will be is that Stinson? Looks like it, who will go back to serve. Picked up by Aubrey Johnson, and Altenberger will set it up for Avery Johnson. Ends up in about the 5th row. Avery picks up her 6th kill of the night. Rotating in will be McMorris as Avery Johnson goes back to serve. He does so, picked up by Leach, and Gagan will set it middle for Stinson, but a good recovery there from McMorris to make him work. Gagan tried to tap it back over, and nobody there. Actually, they're going to try and set it up there, but a nice block there from Mode. Edwards in there as well to contribute, and that makes it 7-7. Avery Johnson will go back to serve again, and so far anyway, through 14 combined points, this has been a pretty even and pretty entertaining second set here. Avery Johnson back to serve. That one just gets over the net, and it'll be a free ball for the Maroons. Altenberger will set it up middle for Mode, but that's blocked. Altenberger will just set it up for Edwards, but she didn't really get that one up over the line of the net. Stinson and Corinne Leach doing a good job walling that off. Get 8-7. And going back to serve for the Maroons is, oh my gosh, I can't tell. Golly. Anyway, Kahawks will set it back up. Edwards will push it over, and Sparks will, McMorris got to it, but nobody else could after that, and Sparks will pick up her 5th kill. And that is Corinne Leach who is back there to serve. Number 9, couldn't quite pick that out at first. Serve is picked up by Johnson, and it'll wind up being kind of a free ball, but it works out okay. And set middle there, blocked by Edwards, and Collinsville able to keep it alive. Avery Johnson will just push it over on the free ball, and that goes too far. That'll make it 10-7 in favor of the Maroons. Another serve from Leach, picked up by Aubrey Johnson, and Altenberger will be called for a double hit. That makes it 11-7. Serve there to Johnson. Altenberger will hustle over, and attempted kill from McMorris is too strong. That'll make it 11-7, or 12-7, excuse me. Let's pass the 6 o'clock hour here. And service error from Leach makes it 12-8. Gilmore will rotate back in. Carson Mode back to serve for Collinsville. She does so. And it'll come back over to Collinsville. McMorris will tap it over, picked up by Leach. Gagan will set it middle for Stinson, and the block goes out of play there from McMorris and Gilmore. That is Stinson's 6th kill. And back to serve, once again, is Madeline Fleege. Serve picked up there by Johnson. Altenberger will set it up for Avery Johnson, and that one is in. Kill number 7 for Avery. That makes it 12-10 in favor of Collinsville, as Huckleberry and Lily Johnson will rotate back in. And it will be Huckleberry who will go back to serve, back to the top of the rotation for Collinsville. She does so. And Gagan will set it up for Sparks, and that was behind the guide wire, so be a point for Collinsville. So Huckleberry will go back to serve again. And a real aggressive serve there, just tick over the top of the net. I'll set it up for Sparks, and able to dig that out is Avery Johnson, and it'll be a free ball over. I'll set it up for Huckleberry, and unfortunately, Huckleberry kind of got in Talisha's way. Only so much space, and Talisha wasn't quite able to get everything set up perfectly, but so it will be a point for the Maroons. Gagan back to serve for the Maroons. And set up by Huckleberry for Lily Johnson. That's blocked down. She'll just tap it back over. It'll be kind of a free ball over. Huckleberry will set it up for Avery Johnson out of the back row, and that will go off one of the side basketball goals. So it'll be 8 kills now for Avery. I believe her season high is 13 on the year. McMorris back to serve for Collinsville. And tapped over, played off the net, still alive. And Avery Johnson will just kind of tap it over, set out for Sparks, and another real good dig there from Johnson. And Avery Johnson will push it over, and they'll set it back up for Sparks again. That one's dug out by McMorris, and the free ball successful. Collinsville have done a okay job on Sparks, and that one stood up there by Johnson and Gilmore. Kind of tapped over. Huckleberry will get to it. Johnson will set it up. Johnson and Johnson connection, not going to result in anything that time. The rally continues, and it'll be another free ball for Collinsville as Avery Johnson and Huckleberry couldn't get out of each other's way. And the block goes too far, and it will finally result in a point for Belleville West. Muniz will rotate in to serve. A long, hectic rally there, which kind of fun. It's one of the more entertaining things in volleyball, in my opinion, is a nice back and forth rally that kind of takes a while. Serve from Sparks, picked up by Muniz. Set up for Huckleberry, and that is very much denied by Williams, and then an attack error from Avery Johnson. Makes it 16-12 in favor of the Maroons. Jayla Sparks back to serve once again for West. She does so, picked up by Aubrey. Huckleberry will set it up for Gilmore, and going straight up there with Talisha was Annie Hamilton. Not an easy thing to do, but she got up there and met Talisha up at the top, so Credit to the senior middle on pulling that off, her second block of the night. And one of the more impressive ones you'll see, as that one just ticks over. Sparks picks up her second ace. Just kind of tickled the top of the net, and that will prompt a timeout from Coach Katie Cease. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878.
Just about ready to get back underway here. 18 serving 12 here in set 2. Jayla Sparks will look to continue her service run for Belleville West. He does so, picked up by Aubrey Johnson. Huckleberry will set it up for Avery, winds up being the one to tap it over. And they'll set it up for Schutzenhofer, and Avery Johnson got to it, but sent it careening off into the near side bleachers. That'll be Schutzenhofer's third kill. It'll be 19 serving 12. Sparks looking to continue her service run. Picked up by Aubrey Johnson. And Avery puts that one, just goes through the block, picks up her 9th kill of the match. That'll make it 19-13. Aubrey Johnson back to serve for Collinsville as Charlie Coppernoll rotates back in for West. Serve from Johnson. And they're going to set up for Schutzenhofer again, and they're going to get Muniz there with a lift. So not technically a kill for Schutzenhofer, as Mia Leach will go back to serve. As that one just kind of wasn't exactly textbook, but it worked out okay. And a nice back set there, working it there for Stinson, I believe. She picks up her 7th kill of the match. It'll be 21 serving 13. Yeah, the versatility. You have a good setter who can get it. They got some pretty talented hitters, and another ace there for Leach, second time in not too long, as just kind of tickles the top of the net. Wouldn't think you would be doing that intentionally, but if you could do something like that intentionally, it could cause some issues. Muniz to Johnson, who puts it into the net, and pretty quickly here we're at 23-13 in favor of the Mighty Maroons. Does so. Picked up by Muniz, set up for Avery Johnson, and she blisters that one to get her into double digits on the kill category. And it'll be Carly Altenberger who will go back to serve for Collinsville and look to continue things here. St. Louis Blues are in action tonight. They'll be getting underway here in just a couple minutes as they have their home opener tonight over at the Enterprise Center, as they'll take on the Minnesota Wild. And just kind of miscommunication there. Makes it set and match point. Rotating in will be Madeline Fleege, looking to send the Maroons home with a combined 6-0 victory. Or actually, that might be Addison Galock 16, as that one Gagan able to get to it. Free ball put over by Leach. And they'll set it up for Avery Johnson. That's through the block. Leach will set it up for whoever that was. And Mode unable to get to it, and that will wrap things up here. So a combined 6-0 sweep for Belleville West, getting 2-set victories at the freshman JV and varsity levels, 25-11, 25-14 here at the varsity level. Belleville West will improve to 16-12, 7-12 in Southwestern Conference play. Collinsville will drop to 14-14-2, 3-7 in conference play. Next action for Belleville West will be Thursday as they host Belleville East. Return leg of the Battle of Belleville was a barn burner, 3-set victory for the Maroons at East back on the 19th of September. Next action for Collinsville will also be Thursday as they travel up to Alton to take on the Redbirds. As I mentioned in the Facebook post I made this morning, this is my last broadcast of the year for volleyball. It's been a fair amount of fun getting to see what volleyball has to offer. It's a pretty entertaining sport. They're going to go ahead and get things torn down here. So thank you to everybody who's made it possible, everybody who's helped me out. I'll be back at some point during the winter. Probably gonna have some boys and girls basketball, and for the first time in a few years, we're gonna have some wrestling. I'm gonna be doing a couple of dual meets in January, or so I've been told. We'll get you all a more definitive schedule on that as it is made once we get everything finalized in that regard. But until then, it'll probably be the beginning of December or late November before I get to talk to you all again, at least flying solo. So till then, everybody stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your day, and night, everybody.